Unaona wifi ya murungu wangu inga ya Starlink. I downloaded siri pamtemo. I did zenje andize.
Because ya chiba.
Yeah, you're right. Udo download you. Do download you.
My album. True.
Ruguna gandu kushata.
Yeah, don't download the ace but panel when I know so
it's fine because when I show my one unza ndo itazokuskana je
Greetings, good people. Welcome to another episode of The Week. I'm your host, Munya, and let's get into it. This week, Chamisa tweeted, "Title deeds for everyone," and what I assume is supposed to be a comforting, revolutionary promise for equitable land ownership and rights. My question is, didn't we already sort out this issue in 1980? 1980, we took our land back from the Rhodesian government. Throughout the 80s and 90s, allocated funds were responsibly used to reacquire farmlands. Some funds were diverted to successfully solve key public health issues. In 2000, the war vets organized a fast-track land reform program and reclaimed a bunch more land for the people and evenly distributed it, keeping key industries running smoothly and successfully. And now, land is equitably owned by responsible companies, both private and public, with a magnanimous vested interest in developing the nation and not their individual wealth. Dexter Nduna is in trouble again this week, having been denied bail by the Chegutu Magistrates Court. Guys, I think we just need to have a "What did Dexter do this week?" segment, honestly. Whereas in Harare, he simply tweeted that he had a company called Team Chapter and would be collecting parking fees. In Chegutu, he actually managed to collect from 2 motorists. He got caught after they complained to the police, and he also allegedly convinced some youthies to pay for training for his fictional parking marshal scheme. This highlights the dire need we have for the government to introduce a national public awareness campaign on how to recognize Harare deals and what to do when you are approached by one. At some point, honestly, you just have to stand back and admire the work, okay? No one took Pamamonye Papo more personally than Dexter Nduna. Okay, it is his daily devotion. Straight after, of course, catch degrees, not feelings. Dexter Nduna is such a fraudster that if he made a movie with Wicknell, it would be called Ocean 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. My question is, what are they making him distract us from? Because these owls are so close together, so back to back, that they're about to start spelling Manchester. In Gokwe this week, a champupuri took a child's answer sheet during their O-level. Just the one child. The paper was literally lost to the wind and the child had to restart the exam. The kid's response was, pakashata, as everyone blames Maitu because, to be honest, she's never beaten the allegations. But between you, me and him, we know damn well he didn't study and he just thinks he's clever. A exec team is of course expected to visit the school for completely unrelated reasons. Meikles Limited has announced Matthew Moxon as acting CEO. Moxon is currently managing director at Thomas Meikle Properties Limited and has an impressive CV. Apart from being Thomas Meikle's great-grandson, he actually did start his journey doing the management training at Checkers and has recently gotten his MBA from UCT. Mr. Moxon, your resume is very impressive, but I just have one question. Where were you when people were carrying bath water in buckets in your hotel? Why there, Moxon? I'm sorry, pardon? Muna Jason Moyom. Don't let anyone tell you, okay? It's about how you start the business, okay? Just make sure that when you start, you are a company running a hotel that is hosting British soldiers and immigrants after a world war and starting a new colony. Otherwise, results may vary.
Instead of bus, to better big
Hello.
picture. Yes, my picture.
Hello. Can I do a short interview of you guys?
That's fine.
Okay. Can you introduce yourselves and tell us how the voting process was?
My name is Chaminora, and this is my brother Garikai. Yes. We are happy to vote for our country, and we even have ideas from Mozambique.
Which country?
Our country.
Our countries, because at the end of the day, we are all Africans.
Yeah.
As long as you're African,
Yeah.
I mean Mozambique.
like I've mentioned, we are all African.
In our Department of International Shenaniganry, sympathetic Zimbabweans were found to be voting in the current general elections in Mozambique. The citizens were provided with Mozambican voting cards and actually managed to vote with their local IDs. When asked, what in democracy's name do you think you are doing? They responded, I don't think that this is the Pan-Africanism Kwame Nkrumah died for. Like, Hillary Clinton did not wake up every day to put on those ugly pantsuits and send arms to Libya so that Gaddafi could die for this, okay? This level of Ubuntu is for things like sharing my pattern in my Java, you know? Burner Boy concerts, joining arguments about jollof rice, rice soup. Okay, not for keeping revolutionary parties in power so long. Kids who never saw it spend all day on Twitter arguing whether or not Rhodesia was better. Like, yes, you don't keep your expectations high when you see a country keep an AK-47 on their flag, but you can at least have hope, you know? But as any Shona person can tell you, hope is for sleeping. Woolworths Veggie Department, unfortunately, this week lost their highest volume customer after the death of former Finance Minister Tito Mboweni. Tito was South Africa's first black central bank governor, and a lot of people have been putting down his achievements, especially Ramaphosa's sofa cushions, quoted saying, he maintained his predecessor's commitment to targeting inflation, completely unaware, unfortunately, that Zuma was going to come in and undo all of that over the next decade by letting 28 local and foreign banks manipulate the rand so badly the price of a yogetta never recovered. Mboweni was beloved online as a celebrity chef, being so incompetent at the basic task of cooking. Even other men were like, "Grootman, kwakanake." His response was just to add more garlic. He cooked with so much garlic, vampirism and witchcraft probably reduced by 35% in his area. Of course, that made the area smell. But luckily, according to his neighbor, Palesa, at least it covered the smell of Zimbabwean foreigners. I heard the president only allows one deodorant per family, so when they cross without it. That's it for me. I've been your host this week, Munya, and join us in another 7 days for another episode of The Week. Follow us at Magamba TV on all social media platforms and turn on notifications so you get it while it's still hot.